So only 9% of plastic ever made has been recycled, according to Roland Gare from the 2017 article, Production, Use, and the Fate of All Plastics Ever Made. So that means if all 14 of us in this classroom here, only one person would be recycling consistently. The other 13 of us would just be throwing away our plastic into landfills. So as a human on Earth, I'm sure all of us have experiences, we've seen what plastic does to our environment and what it does to our health. I don't know if all of you have seen that directly, but I have. So today I'll teach you guys kind of what the dangers of plastic are with the marine life and humans. And let me just say, it's not good. So let's get into how plastic is harmful. So plastic, when it's in the ocean, it's kind of a bad picture, but that's all trash and plastic right there. It doesn't break down like it should. It just biodegrades or breaks up into smaller pieces. And when it does this, marine life will swim into it and either ingest it thinking it's food or get entangled in it. And this can be very fatal and can kill them or really just cause disabilities with them, according to Lee in the 2016 peer-reviewed journal, Plastic Waste in the Marine Environment, that reviewed sources, occurrence, and effects. So it obviously that's horrible for the environment, but it doesn't just affect the marine life, it affects us as people too. So when we eat fish or any animal that eats plastic, we're eating plastic and plastic gets in our system. So there'll be microparticles or nanoparticles of plastic in these animals, which are basically just really small pieces of plastic that we can't physically see. And that plastic gets in our digestive tract and can cause harm. But don't worry, it's only if we eat large quantities, according to Waring from the 2018 peer-reviewed journal, Plastic Contamination of the Food Chain and Threat to Human Health. So as long as you don't eat large quantities, you'll be fine though. But even more scary to me is there's plastic in the air. In this room right now, we're breathing in plastic because plastic's in the air. And that's not something you really think of, but there's microplastics in the air, which are, like, again, really small pieces of plastic. So that means we're constantly breathing in plastic. And most of it won't make it to our lungs, as our respiratory system has safety valves and stuff like that. But some of it does, and it can have some serious health problems for us. I didn't have anything exact, but according to Johnny Gasperi from the 2022 peer-reviewed journal, microplastics in the air, are we breathing it in? It can harm us severely. So plastics remain in the ocean, and it causes problems for marine life because they'll either eat it and have problems with their digestive system, or they'll get entangled in it. And then we'll eat plastic and breathe in plastic as well, and that's extremely harmful for us. But there is ways to solve this issue. So plastic isn't necessary for our everyday lives. And some small changes can get plastic out of our lives for the most part, such as using reusable materials, recycling, and talking to your local officials in your government about change. So you don't have to stop using plastic altogether. I get it. It's really convenient and easy to just have a water bottle or whatever. But simply bringing your own grocery bag to the store instead of getting that plastic or paper bag will take a lot of waste out of the ocean. Or using a metal water bottle or reusable water bottle instead of going and buying a new one every time you want to get a bottle of water. And then when you're at a restaurant, say no to a straw and either go without it or just bring your own reusable one, or see if they have reusable ones as well. It just makes things way easier and takes a lot of plastic out of the environment, and it saves you money at the end of the day. Also, when you do use plastic, make sure you recycle. Like I said at the beginning, only 9% of plastic ever made has been recycled. So if you just recycle what you can recycle, that takes a large chunk out of the ocean as well. But on a bigger scale, the government may have to get involved. And the banning or taxation of plastic would go a long way. And some small ways that you can start or speed up this process is to simply call or talk to your local officials about banning plastic bags. Just recently, the city of Milwaukee, which is just south of Portland, banned all single-use plastic bags, according to Raymond Rendelman in the 2018 article, Milwaukee, first city in Clackamas County to ban plastic bags. And it's just that simple. Say you start banning plastic bags, there'll be less plastic in the oceans and less plastic in us. Also, the 2020 election is rapidly approaching. It's not that far away. And simply voting for a candidate that cares about the environment and cares about conservation and plastic banning will go a long way. Other politicians will see that and make that an important policy for them. So to get plastic out of the oceans and out of us, make sure you use reusable materials, recycle, and vote for politicians who care about the environment. So now imagine a world where plastic isn't in the oceans. You would see sea turtles in the ocean swimming peacefully and not with straws in their nose and wrapped in plastic. No one likes seeing that. But this is great. We want to see stuff like this. Or you can think about locations like the Great Barrier Reef. Once beautiful, now dying because of us wasting plastic and dumping it into the ocean. It'll start to look beautiful again, fish will come back, and the areas will thrive. But also, human health will improve. Without plastic being in animals that we're eating, there won't be plastic in us, which will keep us stress-free from long-term effects of eating plastic. Also, we won't be breathing in as much plastic, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't like breathing in plastic. That's kind of scary to me, and we won't have to worry about the effects of that either. I have a feeling that allergies and asthma may not be as bad. I don't have any proof, but I just have a small feeling that breathing in less plastic might help. So without plastic, or as much I should say, because plastic will still be used most likely, the ocean will thrive again and our human health will improve, and I think that's a great thing. So plastic is very dangerous for us and marine life. To improve our safety and to preserve the ocean, all it takes is to cut back on non-reusable plastics, recycle, and try to talk to your local authorities or local officials if you can. If we do these things, the future of the ocean and our health is looking great. So I ask you today to stop using plastic or non-reusable plastic, and I challenge you to go out after the class today and buy reusable grocery bags, metal straw, and a reusable water bottle. And to start you off with that, I actually have reusable grocery bags for all of you in my backpack today, and I'll pass those out after class for you guys. Thank you.